morning, guys. Welcome back to You, Me, and We. And happy Monday. The weekday has started. The week has started. In fact, I should say. आज का जो टॉपिक है बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है because if you are a new parent you should know this because in most of the cases this is happening these days. So I will be talking about neonatal jaundice. It's nothing but jaundice in newborn babies. As soon as they are born with jaundice. And I will be talking about my experience because Sia was also born with jaundice and how I and Sindhu dealt with it and what all did we do and what all steps we followed. तो जॉन्डिस आपको जैसा कि पता है इट्स जस्ट येलोइश डिस्कलरेशन इन द वाइट पार्ट ऑफ योर आई एंड द स्किन. थोड़ी सी स्किन आपकी पेल येलो कलर की हो जाती है एंड दैट्स जॉन्डिस. So what happened was after Sia was born, one day after that, she showed these symptoms and the doctor said that she is having jaundice. Now, जैसे ही हम लोग को ये पता she is having jaundice, we were giving two options because she was at the borderline. मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा jaundice नहीं था, उसका टेस्ट हुआ था, jaundice का टेस्ट हुआ, उसमें पता चला बहुत ज़्यादा भी नहीं था और बिल्कुल नॉर्मल लिमिट के कम भी नहीं था. तो शी वॉज जस्ट अबाउट द बॉर्डर लाइन. तो डॉक्टर ने सजेस्ट किया यू कैन डू वन थिंग. व्हाट यू कैन डू इज ईदर यू कीप हर कंटिन्यू दी her admission in this hospital for a couple of days so that we can treat it and bring it down to normal. और आप एक काम करो, इनको घर ले जाओ, take the baby back home and then after 2 days come back. But if in case that increases, then we'll have to readmit her. So the first thing which you need to do as a first time parent is do not panic. It's fine. It is very normal these days. All the babies are born with jaundice, so it's nothing which is which is very very shocking or which you should be concerned about. It can be treated and it is very well treated as well. So then we decided that we'll not go back home and we'll continue and stay in the hospital so that Sia gets treated in the hospital itself, and finally we should leave the hospital finally after Sia was fine. So we continued the hospitalization, and the first thing or the only thing which is prescribed by the doctors during this course is phototherapy. एक blue color की light होती है, उसके नीचे बेबी को लेटाते हैं only in nappy, no clothes because that light rays has to pass through the baby's body. That's the whole concept. But the thing is that's known as phototherapy, very very common होता है. But the problem was it's a very hot kind of a light, so babies do not actually really like to be under that particular light. But all you need to do is just make sure that the baby is under the light at least for 16 to 18 hours in a day. So we started doing it. A lot of struggle with Sia. It was a lot of struggle. 3 days I and Sindhu did not sleep at all because she was not willing to sleep under that light, and it was important for her to sleep under that light. Otherwise the jaundice will not reduce. So what happens is the way it comes out is that after you put them under that light for a while, the babies pass a lot of stools, and the stools comes in green color. That's how they pass out the jaundice also in their bodies. So we struggled and we actually made sure कि भैया उसको किसी ना किसी तरीके से, मतलब ऐसा होता था कि she used to मतलब जैसे उसको बहुत मुश्किल से सुलाने के बाद धीरे से उसको उस लाइट के नीचे रखा. she used to sleep for 20-25 minutes and again she used to wake up. So ऐसे किसी न किसी तरीके से हम लोगों ने 3 दिन ऐसे किए हैं. फाइनली every day उसका टेस्ट होता था and then finally it reduced. Now a few things which you need to know before I move to the next aspect, which is insurance, is that the only way to reduce jaundice is either अगर आप घर पे हो तो the baby should be kept in sunlight, और अगर आप hospital में हो then the baby has to be under that blue color light. That is the only way. I'm talking about the babies, not the adults. तो इसमें क्या हुआ, एंड the other thing is that the baby has to continuously be on feeding, because they need to pass a lot of stools. The more they pass stools, the better it is, because the more jaundice will come out of their body. तो इसमें एक चीज़ जो मतलब गौर करने वाली वो ये है कि ड्यूरिंग दिस टाइम, क्योंकि न्यूबॉर्न होता है, देन द मदर माइट नॉट हैव दैट मच ऑफ मिल्क, सो द हॉस्पिटल्स जनरली प्रिस्क्राइब फॉर्मूला मिल्क. But my wife was very adamant, and she said that no, I'll not give any formula milk to my baby. And we totally relied on mother's milk. We called lactation consultants and all those things, but we, at the end of the day, did not give formula milk to our baby. Sindhu only fed her whatever quantity was required by Sia. And finally, after 3 days is where her jaundice reduced. So things to remember is, do not panic. Second thing is, if you have a choice to continue in the hospital, please continue in the hospital. Follow the doctor's advice. You have the third thing is, you have to keep the baby under that phototherapy thing, so that the jaundice reduces as quickly as possible. Fifth thing is that continuous feeding is required for the baby, so that they pass a lot of stools and the jaundice comes out of that stool. Apart from this, what you also need to understand is the insurance portion. Insurance is not at all a headache in this case, because the babies are covered from day one, or in fact I should say day zero. So most of the cases में क्या हुआ, ये जो सिया का, मेरे केस में जो सिया का जो जितना भी लग रहा था, जितना भी अमाउंट लगा था, that was a type of a reimbursement for me, because that's something which I cannot go cashless for that, because Sia was not enrolled in the insurance at that point of time. But having said that, they are covered from day zero. So what you can do is, just make sure you collect all the bills, all the tests, everything which is, all the procedure receipts which have been performed in these days of hospitalization, and then you enroll your baby in your insurance. Mostly corporate insurance में कर सकते हैं, अगर आपने बाहर से insurance लिया तो वहाँ पर आप enroll कर लीजिए. After you have enrolled them, then you can submit all these bills, and that's where you will get back the reimbursement. In my case, the total amount which came up for only Sia's hospitalization was close to 50,000 for 3 days in Cloud9 Hospital, including everything: nursing, hospitalization charges, phototherapy, test, everything. After that, once she was discharged, I was I enrolled my baby in my insurance, and then I submitted all the bills, and close to 40 to 42,000 was reimbursed out of 50,000. 8,000 were consumables, which most of the insurance don't pay. So insurance portion, or the financial portion, is you need not have to worry that again hospitalization will cost a lot of money for you, and whether you'll be able to support it or not as of now. So don't think about that. If you have an insurance, then you are covered. Don't even think about all those aspects. And I'm pretty sure that if insurance is covered, it becomes easier for you to take decisions also. Otherwise क्या होता है कि बहुत सारे लोग घर भी ले जाते हैं बेबी को, बट that's something which I would not prescribe. I think if the doctor is saying, if an expert is saying that it's better if you keep the baby in the hospital, then I think he is the better judge, and he can tell you whether that is correct or not, right? So I would not prescribe घर मत ले जाइएगा. अगर डॉक्टर कह रहे हैं, if your expert doctor is saying that it's better if you keep them in hospital, keep the baby in hospital, then keep the baby in hospital. What I'm trying to tell you is, need not worry about the financial aspect, because the financial aspect will be covered in the health insurance from day zero for the baby. So you need not have to worry about that, right? So yes, this was my experience or my story, how I dealt with Sia's jaundice. She was there for 3 days, and 3 days she showed us hell, because वो उसके नीचे सोती नहीं थी, हम लोग को उसके नीचे ही, उस लाइट के नीचे ही सुलाना पड़ता था, all those things. But yes, after 3 days is where she finally recovered, and we finally came back home. And कंटिन्यूस फॉलोअप्स होते रहते हैं उसके बाद भी. जस्ट रिमेंबर, जॉन्डिस पूरी तरीके से कम नहीं हो जाता है. वंस इट कम्स बिलो द नॉर्मल लेवल, दे डिस्चार्ज the hospital will discharge you, but it's not necessary that the jaundice is completely gone. Jaundice stays for a week or two. So continuous consultation with your doctor is very very important. We followed up with the doctor on a daily basis, and we used to meet him in person, every alternate days, or at least as per what he suggested basically. So it takes almost 2 weeks for your baby to fully recover from this. All I want to say is, do not panic, guys. This is what we also did. I and Sindhu panicked when we heard that Sia is born with jaundice. Do not panic. Understand, it's fine. It's normal. These days, babies are born with jaundice, and it is treatable. It is very much fine. You just need to make sure that you take the right kind of decision at the right point of time. Just make sure if the doctor is prescribing you to stay in hospital, then please stay in hospital. Get all the medication for the baby, and then only get out of the hospital. That's what my advice will be for all the new parents, right? Yes, so I hope you understood my experience, and you would have noted few pointers or few mistakes which we made, and few things which we have done in our case or in Sia's case. And you'll make sure that if in case there shouldn't be any situation like this. If in case you are in a situation like this with your baby, then you do not you do not worry about the baby too much, because that will be taken care by the hospital and the doctors. You should keep a calm mind and just go with the flow, and things will come down, and then things will become normal with you and your baby in 3 to 4 days, right? So yes guys, that's about it in this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you understood everything. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I'll give you a proper I would love to give you feedback about my experience if I have missed anything. So yes, okay then, bye, see you tomorrow.